That is a Trump Cyrus coin. That's what that is in my hand. A lot of people said these coins were actually a conspiracy. These didn't even exist. These are literal coins minted in Israel. This is a half shekel. It contains, I believe, 10 grams of silver, which is by the book. By the book, what that would be by Levitical law, what this coin would need to contain. This is what you would pay as the temple tax. It would be a half shekel. This is a third temple. That's what the image is that is on the back of this coin. And you have Trump and Cyrus. That is the same image of Cyrus that we used in that Trump prophecy video that was put out long before the election. This is the number of this is the coin of a new beginning, a third temple. Okay. Wow.
Trump and Cyrus again.
Trump and Cyrus. Okay. Okay, these are what I want.
All right. This is the Mikdash here.
Okay, what does that mean, the Mikdash? Can you tell me? Tell me. It's for the third temple.
Okay, that's the third temple.
That's what this is. And I think we've made arrangements with these folks. I've got a limited number of these. We're going to put some of them up. But I'd like to make some of these available. We are the ones that put up the video on Trump's side. And now there's a coin, a third temple coin with Trump's face, Cyrus's face. Cyrus put in, without Cyrus, you wouldn't have had the second temple. You're waiting for the third temple. You are waiting for the third temple. I'm holding the coins in my hand that they said were a conspiracy and didn't exist. I'm holding one. There it is right there. What does a setting of a stage mean for the end times? Well, for the end times, you need that temple right there. And this applies even the Islamic prophecies. This applies the Christian prophecies. This applies the Jewish prophecies. All of them should have an interest in this. To get there, to get all of it. If we're following our prophecies honestly, any of us, and everybody's got their promise. Whether I'm right, you're right, anybody hear me on this? Let me tell you this. For any of those prophecies, no matter what you're listening to come true, you need the puppy on that back of the coin. God in the nutshell has, now let's call it a friendship, a direct line of communication with the Sanhedrin, a friendship with the Sanhedrin in Israel. This is the top of all of the rabbis. These are the very men that will put in that temple on the back of that coin with Trump on the cover of it. These are the men that will organize the building of that temple. The Sanhedrin will organize that. The Sanhedrin, this is the top of all of the rabbis. This was reformed. The guys who will put in the third temple, those guys. These were reformed. I find the dates interesting. 14 years ago. They were reformed this year, 14 years ago. They're also, one of the things that they have offered to do through another mutual friend of mine and a friend of those Sanhedrin, close friend of those Sanhedrin, my friend David Decker. Within prophecies that her father gave, you'd find many layers to those prophecies. For example, he will take a simple stone, and he said, remember the name, is what Kim said.
And they shall say, what is your plan for this giant? And he will take a simple stone. Remember the name.
Were you, in fact, a lonely voice on that issue?
Well, I didn't hear any other voices, but I'm really not going to divulge my internal conversations. I have a confidentiality agreement, and I have no intention of violating it. So my private advice to Trump will remain private.
And he will take a simple stone. Remember the name.
Now, Trey, I specifically recall you're making a powerful documentary about essentially biblical prognostication and prediction of the successful election of Donald Trump. Tell us about it.
Roger, it's larger than that. You'd find many layers to those prophecies. For example, he will take a simple stone, and he said, remember the name, is what Kim said. And even in the video that I put up, I had noticed that. What does that mean? Well, Donna came and she said, you know what? Who is a person named Stone? And then she said, I'm drawn to look at this Roger Stone man. Do you know that Roger Stone was who put Donald Trump on the ballot? All 3 times. Because a lot of, actually to save the country. And that's so on this end of the fence. That's what we believe in. As far as I know, it is the largest view-pulling video in terms of a prophecy on Trump.
Tell us the name of it so folks can go see it. How is it listed?
Trump prophecy. It'll come up number one. Trump, prophecy of Trump. Trey Smith.
I'm a believer. I think people don't understand the extent to which Donald Trump has given up a great life. He didn't need to be president to be somebody. He already was somebody.
Guy that was bad-mouthed from here to Timbuktu, Kim Clement. Everybody called him a false prophet. Well, all the way back in 2007, he was stating this man, Donald Trump, was going to become president. And I listened to that. And the core of people that I would listen to, that's what they believe. So privately, I put together a compilation of reasons, prophetic reasons, why we believed that Trump was going to win. More than that we believe that the Lord was actually putting this man in the place that he was.
And his prophetic gift wasn't confined to when he was on a platform, it was everywhere he went. Even the way he lived was prophetic. It was just a continuation. And the beauty of the garden.
Look at the Dome of the Rock back there. Are you able to see that in the background? We're standing here. We're standing here, and the Dome of the Rock is right there, and this is the 70th anniversary. That's a 7. And her dad predicted the date of that embassy move. And we're standing here in the Garden of Gethsemane. Right up there is the old city, the city of David, and the Dome of the Rock is sitting right there, and we're waiting for the third temple. And her dad not only prophesied that Donald Trump would be president of the United States, which he is, and he prophesied 2 terms. So we're expecting that. That doesn't mean that you don't go vote. You get up off your chair, off your hiney, and you go vote next time. Make the prophecy real. Live it.
I am Millie Weaver, and you are watching the InfoWars Christmas Spectacular Extravaganza. Now, we have an awesome guest who really, I'm a big fan of him, Trey Smith. Many of you guys who don't know him, he has a very popular YouTube channel, and he makes the most interesting, amazing miniature documentaries about, you know, prophecies, esotericism, the Bible, Israel, and signs. He predicted Trump becoming president.
Not to bring it up, but if there were going to be a third temple at whatever point, probably be real helpful if you had somebody that supported Israel.
So we're starting with the people of Israel, we're starting maybe with the Trump base, but I'm sure that maybe through Trump, everybody will understand not how Donald Trump is important, but how important Jerusalem and the temple is for the whole world.
Che ora sto vedendo si muove appunto girando su se stesso ed è molto curato nell'aspetto appunto della coloritura dell'armatura e molto spazio viene dato anche appunto ai figuranti che poi rappresentano questi Space Marine.
Di Trump tra l'altro ha colto proprio l'espressione sua, quella più frequente che vediamo anche in televisione.